I packed my bags and left it all behind. Now I live where men are treated like royalty. Respect, ease, and adventure. All for less than you'd ever imagine. Dumaguete, Philippines. They say if you want to feel truly valued, head to Dumaguete. And they're right. As soon as I arrived, I noticed something different. People smile at you, greet you like an old friend, and genuinely want to help. It's not about status or money here, it's about presence. Foreign men, especially older ones, are treated with a level of kindness and curiosity that's rare in the West. Whether it's the waiter remembering your name, the trike driver giving you tips on hidden beach spots, or locals striking up conversations just to hear your story. You feel seen and appreciated every day. Now let's talk about the cost of living. I'm living in a fully furnished apartment with a sea view for under $200 a month. I eat out almost daily. Grilled fish, local chicken adobo, fresh tropical fruit juices, and my food budget barely hits $100. Transportation? A few dollars a week. I even get weekly massages for the price of a coffee back home. The rest of my expenses, laundry, Wi-Fi, occasional weekend island trips, fit neatly under my $500 budget. And the best part? I don't feel like I'm compromising on quality. Life here feels rich, not just in what I can afford, but in how I experience each day. But beyond the money, it's the relationships that make Dumaguete royal. People here genuinely value connection. As a foreign man, I'm not invisible or stereotyped, I'm welcomed. The women are friendly and grounded, and many are interested in long-term relationships, not games. Age isn't viewed as a flaw, it's respected. Whether you're at a beach cafe, a small local fiesta, or just walking along the boulevard, you feel like you belong. And that's the real luxury. Being in a place where you're not just living cheaply, you're living fully. Chiang Mai, Thailand. Chiang Mai. Thailand isn't just another budget-friendly destination. It's a paradise where men are genuinely treated with respect and appreciation. There's something about the slower pace of life here that shifts the energy. Locals are warm, polite, and incredibly accommodating. As a foreign man, especially if you're older or simply carry yourself well, you're often met with admiration rather than judgment. The culture values calmness, humility, and kindness. And when you mirror that energy, doors start opening, socially and romantically. You don't feel invisible here. You feel acknowledged. Now let's talk about what $500 actually gets you. For around $200, you can rent a fully furnished studio or one-bedroom apartment with air conditioning, a balcony, and even a pool or gym in many cases. Street food is not only delicious, it's ridiculously cheap. Think $1 to $2 for a full meal. Laundry? Done for you. Daily massages? $5 to $7 an hour. Transportation? A scooter rental or even just using Grab, their version of Uber, costs next to nothing. Your days can be filled with cafe hopping, temple visits, mountain walks, or simply enjoying your time in peaceful surroundings without ever worrying about the bill piling up. What sets Chiang Mai apart isn't just the cost, it's the lifestyle. You wake up to birds instead of traffic. People smile at you just for passing by. There's a level of mutual respect and community that makes you feel like you matter. Whether you're enjoying a quiet coffee at a local cafe, being flirted with by a charming barista, or having an in-depth conversation with a Thai friend about life, you're seen. You're not just surviving here, you're valued. And that feeling, combined with the incredibly low cost of living, is why so many men say, once you get a taste of Chiang Mai, you never want to leave. Da Nang, Vietnam. In Da Nang, Vietnam, I found something I didn't know I was missing. Respect, ease, and a daily life that feels almost surreal. This coastal city doesn't just offer beaches and sunsets, it offers freedom. For under $500 a month, I'm living in a fully furnished apartment, just a 10-minute walk from the ocean. Rent is dirt cheap, utilities barely make a dent in my wallet, and I can grab a hot bowl of pho or a grilled seafood platter for just a couple of dollars. Everything I need, gyms, markets, coffee shops, even barber shops, is within arm's reach, and I never feel like I'm overspending. But what truly makes Da Nang special isn't the cost. It's how men, especially foreign men, are treated here. There's a quiet confidence that settles in when you walk into a cafe and you're greeted with a smile, when people take the time to listen to you, and when you're not constantly hustling just to keep up. Vietnamese culture holds a deep respect for age and wisdom, and as a foreigner, you often find yourself the recipient of a surprising amount of courtesy and admiration. Whether it's young locals eager to practice English or neighbors offering to help with errands, there's a constant reminder that you're not just tolerated here, you're welcome. Dating and social life also take on a different tone. The interactions feel more genuine, more rooted in curiosity and kindness than in competition or games. You're not measured by your car or your paycheck, but by how you carry yourself. And for many men who feel overlooked or worn down back home, that shift is life-changing. Da Nang may not scream luxury at first glance, but once you settle in, it's clear. You're living like royalty in your own quiet kingdom, and it costs less than a weekend out in most Western cities. Antalya, Turkey. Antalya, Turkey, is one of those rare places where the cost of living is low, but the quality of life feels incredibly high, especially for men coming from Western countries. Picture waking up to the sound of the Mediterranean Sea, sipping fresh Turkish coffee on your balcony, and spending your days surrounded by warm hospitality and beautiful historic scenery. In Antalya, $500 stretches surprisingly far. Rent in local neighborhoods, just a few minutes from the beach, can cost as little as $200 to $250 a month for a furnished apartment. That leaves plenty of room for food, transport, and even small luxuries like weekly barbershop visits or hammam spa treatments. Men often describe feeling genuinely respected and appreciated in Turkish culture, especially older men or those who carry themselves with confidence. There's a strong sense of courtesy and traditional gender roles still in place, which creates a different social atmosphere than what many are used to. In daily interactions, people are polite, helpful, and quick to offer a smile or invite you for tea. The pace of life is slower, the conversations feel more genuine, and many expat men say they feel more seen here than back home. It's not about being flashy. It's about how men are treated with dignity and a quiet kind of admiration. Add to that the food, which is both delicious and inexpensive. Fresh produce, grilled meats, street snacks like simit, and traditional Turkish breakfasts can all be enjoyed on a tight budget. Public transport is cheap and efficient, and the coastal views are often completely free. Whether you're walking through the old town of Kaletsi or lounging by the sea, there's an effortless charm to Antalya that makes everyday life feel relaxed and even luxurious. For men seeking a place where they're treated well and don't need much to live comfortably, Antalya delivers exactly that. Santa Marta, Colombia. In Santa Marta, Colombia, life moves at a relaxed pace, and men who arrive from abroad often find themselves treated with a level of respect and admiration they never experienced back home. This Caribbean coastal city offers a blend of natural beauty and genuine hospitality that makes daily life feel like a quiet luxury. Locals are warm, polite, and often go out of their way to make foreigners feel welcome. Whether you're grabbing a coffee, shopping at a market, or just walking along the beach, you'll notice a kind of friendly attention that can be surprising, especially for older men. Conversations flow easily, and you're seen as interesting rather than invisible. For around $500 a month, you can live comfortably without sacrificing the basics, or even a few luxuries. A clean one-bedroom apartment close to the beach might run you just $200 to $250. Street food is delicious and cheap, and even sit-down meals at local restaurants rarely break $5. Transportation is inexpensive, and basic services like phone plans, haircuts, and even dental checkups cost a fraction of what they do in the US or Europe. That leaves plenty of room in your budget for extras like Spanish lessons, excursions to nearby beaches, or even a housekeeper a few times a week. One of the things that draws men to Santa Marta isn't just affordability, it's how they feel there. Being a foreigner, particularly one with a steady pension or remote income, comes with a subtle social status boost. Locals are curious and open, and there's an easygoing attitude toward friendship and dating that makes it feel refreshing, especially for those who've grown tired of the dating scene back home. Whether you're walking through the colonial streets of the old town or relaxing by the water in Taganga, it's hard not to feel like life here has slowed down just for you. Granada, Nicaragua. Granada, Nicaragua is one of those places where life feels completely different. Slower, more respectful, and almost surreal for a man arriving from the hustle of the West. For around $500 a month, you can live in a colonial-style apartment, enjoy daily fresh meals, and never worry about transportation or bills the way you would back home. The city itself has an old-world charm, colorful streets, horse-drawn carriages, and a laid-back rhythm that instantly puts you at ease. It's a place where a handshake still means something, and being a man carries a kind of social weight that slowly disappeared in many modern societies. In Granada, men, especially foreign men, are often treated with noticeable courtesy. Locals are warm and welcoming, and there's an old-fashioned respect toward age and experience. It's not unusual to be called "señor" with genuine politeness, or to strike up real conversations with people who take an interest in your story. Whether you're sipping coffee in a breezy courtyard cafe or walking along Lake Nicaragua, the vibe is calm and inclusive. There's very little social pressure here. Instead, men are valued for their presence and personality, not for how fast they're climbing a corporate ladder or how big their city apartment is. What makes Granada special isn't just the affordability, it's the lifestyle. For just a few $100s a month, you can afford a local cook, someone to help with cleaning, and still have money left over for entertainment, weekend trips, or even casual language classes. You're not stressed about survival. You're focused on enjoying life. The air feels lighter, conversations are longer, and you begin to feel like yourself again. In places like Granada, the phrase "treated like royalty" isn't just a figure of speech, it's a way of life. Kampot, Cambodia. Kampot, Cambodia is one of those rare places where life slows down, the air feels lighter, and men, especially foreign men, are genuinely appreciated. It's not about status or wealth here, it's about presence. Walk down the street in Kampot, and you're met with warm smiles, respectful greetings, and a sense that you're not just another face in the crowd. Many men who move here say they feel respected for who they are, not what they have. The social vibe leans easygoing and friendly, with locals often curious and eager to connect, especially with older foreign men. It's a place where conversations flow and people still value face-to-face connection. The cost of living in Kampot is astonishingly low. For around $450 a month, You can cover your rent, food, transport, and even a few luxuries. A private room or small house with a garden. That's within reach. Dining out doesn't feel like a splurge here. It's part of daily life. Local restaurants serve up fresh Cambodian dishes for just a few dollars, and even international cuisine is affordable. Motorbike rentals, haircuts, massages, and other everyday services are priced so low that they feel like indulgences, even though they're totally normal here. For men who've felt squeezed by rising costs elsewhere, Kampot feels like financial freedom. But what truly sets Kampot apart isn't just the affordability, it's the lifestyle. Mornings might start with riverside coffee or a trip to the market, while evenings often bring live music, social meetups, or quiet time under the stars. The expat community is small but supportive, and the slower pace allows for real friendships to form. There's no rush, no pressure to impress. In Kampot, life feels more balanced. And for many men who come here, that balance of respect, peace, and ease is what makes them feel like royalty. Penang, Malaysia. In Penang, Malaysia, life moves at a different rhythm. One where foreign men often feel a surprising level of respect and attention. It's not uncommon to be greeted with a smile, offered help before asking, or invited to join a table at a local cafe. There's a quiet sense of admiration, especially toward older Western men. Part of this comes from cultural values rooted in hospitality and politeness. But it's also influenced by how locals view foreigners who respect the culture and contribute to the community. Whether it's small daily interactions or meaningful connections, many expats say they feel valued in ways they never did back home. What really sets Penang apart is how far your money goes. For around $500 a month, it's possible to rent a clean, furnished apartment, eat out at delicious hawker stalls, and still have room in your budget for extras like gym memberships or weekly massages. The street food here is not only famous worldwide, it's affordable and incredibly varied, from Chinese and Indian dishes to local Malay flavors. Public transportation is cheap, taxis are accessible, and even private drivers can be arranged for a fraction of what you'd pay in the West. Some expats even hire part-time help for house cleaning or errands, something considered a luxury in many other countries. But beyond the low cost of living, there's an emotional richness to life in Penang. Conversations come easily, whether with local uncles at a kopitiam or other expats at beachside bars. The pace is laid back, the scenery is stunning, and the sense of community is real. Many men find that their confidence returns here. They're noticed, appreciated, and often romantically pursued in a way that surprises them. It's not just about the money. It's the feeling of being seen, respected, and enjoying life on your own terms. Canggu, Bali, Indonesia. In Canggu, Bali, life moves at a different rhythm. One where foreign men often find themselves treated with a level of respect and admiration they rarely experience back home. Locals are warm, welcoming, and culturally wired to show courtesy to guests. Whether you're chatting with the barista at a cafe, getting your bike tuned up, or simply walking along the rice field paths, there's a genuine friendliness that makes men feel seen and valued. That respectful vibe extends into social settings too. In Bali's relaxed beach bars or local gatherings, men, especially older or well-mannered foreigners, are often met with sincere interest and appreciation, especially from locals who value calm confidence over flash. Then there's the lifestyle. In Canggu, $500 a month can cover a lot more than you'd expect. Rent for a modest but stylish room or studio with shared pool access starts around $200 to $250. That leaves room for meals, transportation, and small luxuries. You can eat well at local restaurants for just a few dollars, get a haircut or massage weekly, and rent a motorbike to explore nearby temples or beaches. It's not about living cheap. It's about living fully without stress. You're not counting every dollar. You're enjoying daily life, whether that means surfing at dawn or grabbing a smoothie bowl under the palm trees. What really sets Canggu apart is the sense of ease it gives men. There's less judgment, less rush, and more freedom to reinvent yourself. No one's keeping score, and that's part of the magic. You can spend the morning working online from a trendy cafe, the afternoon practicing yoga or biking to a waterfall, and the evening in a social crowd where being foreign isn't a drawback. It's often a door opener. It's not just paradise because of the beaches. It's the way men feel here, respected, relaxed, and completely in control of their lives. Oaxaca, Mexico. In the heart of southern Mexico lies Oaxaca, a city where tradition, beauty, and affordability collide. For men looking for a slower pace of life and a place where respect still matters, Oaxaca offers something special. Locals are warm, conversations are genuine, and foreign men, especially those with life experience, are often treated with a kind of admiration that feels rare elsewhere. Whether it's the way you're greeted in markets or how strangers strike up respectful conversations, there's an old-world charm that still thrives here. It's not about being flashy or rich, it's about being human, and that's deeply appreciated. The lifestyle you can enjoy here on just $500 a month is surprisingly comfortable. Rent for a modest but charming apartment in the city's outskirts can run as low as $200 to $250. That leaves room for fresh market produce, daily cafe visits, and even the occasional meal at a traditional restaurant, where a full plate of tlayudas or mole might cost under $4. Transportation is cheap, with buses and taxis making the city extremely navigable. There's even room in that budget for weekly massages or a Spanish tutor, things that would be considered luxuries elsewhere. Life in Oaxaca isn't just affordable, it's rich in culture, taste, and connection. Beyond affordability, Oaxaca offers a lifestyle where men can feel grounded and respected. The local culture values age, wisdom, and community ties. Whether you're walking through its colonial streets, visiting indigenous craft villages, or sitting in a quiet plaza watching the world go by, you feel a sense of peace. It's a place where people notice you, not for what you have, but for who you are. And in a world that's moving too fast and often too cold, Oaxaca stands out as a rare pocket of warmth, calm, and dignity, where even on $500 a month, you can truly feel like royalty. Johor, Malaysia. In Johor, Malaysia, $500 a month can genuinely transform your lifestyle. Rent for a modern one-bedroom apartment in a decent neighborhood often falls between $150 and $250. Utilities, high-speed internet, and a prepaid mobile plan add just a small amount more. The local markets offer fresh produce, tropical fruits, and ready-made meals at extremely low prices. And you can easily enjoy a satisfying meal for less than $2. Whether you're dining at a hawker stall or having roti canai with teh tarik at a roadside cafe, quality and affordability are everywhere. Even transportation is cheap and reliable. Ride-hailing apps and buses make it easy to get around without owning a car. But what really sets Johor apart is the way foreign men are treated. Locals tend to be respectful, welcoming, and genuinely curious about visitors, especially those who make an effort to understand the culture. There's a certain level of dignity and appreciation shown to older or retired men, particularly those who are polite and engage positively with the community. Social interactions often come with kindness, patience, and warmth, creating a relaxed environment where stress seems to melt away. This isn't just about being a tourist. Many men find that living here brings back a sense of value and peace they may have lost elsewhere. Johor's proximity to Singapore also adds an unexpected perk. You're just a short trip away from one of Asia's richest cities, yet living in Johor means you're paying a fraction of the cost. Some expats even enjoy shopping or dining in Singapore while living comfortably on a Malaysian budget. Medical care is modern and affordable, with private clinics and pharmacies easy to access. Whether you're here to retire, work remotely, or just escape the grind, Johor offers an underrated but incredibly fulfilling lifestyle. One where you can stretch $500 further than you ever imagined, all while being treated with unexpected respect. If these places blew your mind like it did mine, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Want more stories like this? Stick around. This journey's just getting started.